How's it guys? Welcome to Luke and Alex's movie on plant diversity. Today we will walk you guys through the famous Kirstenbosch Botanical Gardens and hopefully you'll learn a thing or two about plant diversity. We'll walk you guys through many different factors in plants such as abiotic factors, asexual reproduction, different types of plants and much more. Abiotic factors are crucial in the growth and reproduction of plants. They are the fundamental in the very existence of plants today. We'll kick things off by explaining what they are and the impact they have on our beloved plants.
The first abiotic factor is temperature. Temperature plays a big role in influencing plants' growth and reproduction by influencing metabolic processes and enzyme activity. Temperature being too hot or cold can affect these processes. When temperature is above optimal, plants could experience heat stress, which could lead to wilting, reduced photosynthesis, stunted growth, and lower reproductive success, affecting overall health. On the other side of the spectrum, when temperatures are suboptimal, metabolic processes are likely to slow down, stunting growth and reproduction for a plant group such as Bryophyta. A non-ideal temperature will have much greater impact as the plant group most of the time only survives in the cold, watery environments.
Next up is water. Water is a crucial abiotic factor influencing plant growth and reproduction. For bryophytes, like mosses, water is essential for reproduction as they rely on it for sperm mobility to reach the egg during fertilization. Similarly, in pteridophytes, such as ferns, water aids in sperm movements to fertilize eggs in the archegonia. Other than reproduction, water supports cell growth, nutrient uptake, and overall physiological processes, driving the development and survival of both plant groups.
Wind plays a significant role in plant growth and reproduction, especially for angiosperms and gymnosperms. In gymnosperms, wind is essential for pollination, carrying pollen from male to female cones. Similarly, many angiosperms rely on wind for pollination, especially those that aren't very big and easy for different pollinators to see. Wind also influences plant growth by dispersing seeds and promoting gas exchange, supporting overall health and development by supporting the plants with nutrients.
Asexual reproduction is when a single organism produces an offspring identical to itself, while sexual reproduction is when two organisms, each giving different genetic material, create a genetically different offspring in changing environmental conditions. Sexual reproduction is more effective as genetic diversity leads to adaptability, giving the species a better chance of surviving when facing new challenges, unlike the clone in asexual reproduction.
Next up, we have the different types of plant groups. Bryophytes. Bryophytes such as mosses mainly exist in damp, shady environments, often near water bodies. Water is crucial for their reproduction. This is so sperm can swim through water to fertilize the egg within the archegonium. Bryophytes do not have flowers, so they rely on spores for reproduction. These spores are dispersed by wind or water. Interestingly, bryophytes lack vascular tissue, so they depend on the surrounding moisture for nutrient transport.
Next up, we have pteridophytes. Pteridophytes, such as ferns, usually grow in humid, shady environments like forests. Like bryophytes, they need water for reproduction. During fertilization, sperm must swim through the water to reach the egg in the archegonium. Pteridophytes reproduce with spores, which are released from the sporangia found under their leaves. These spores are carried by wind, allowing new ferns to grow in different locations. Ferns have vascular tissue, which allows them to transport water and nutrients more efficiently than bryophytes.
Gymnosperms, such as conifers, typically live in dry, cold, or mountain regions, often in places with low-medium humidity. They do not need water for fertilization because they reproduce seeds. Pollination occurs when pollen from male cones is carried by wind to female cones, where fertilization takes place. Gymnosperms produce seeds that are exposed on cones, and these seeds are dispersed by wind, sometimes assisted by animals. Their wood is highly specialized for conserving water in harsh environments.
Lastly, we have angiosperms. Angiosperms, or flowering plants, exist in a wide range of environments, from forests to deserts, and even aquatic habitats. These plants rely on various pollination methods, including wind, insects, and animals, etc., to transfer pollen from male to female reproductive organs. Once pollinated, fertilization occurs, leading to seed formation inside a fruit. Seeds are dispersed in many different ways, such as wind, water, animals, and even explosions within the fruit. Angiosperms are important for ecosystems, as they provide food, oxygen, and shelter to many different organisms.
Finally, we have flower dissection, and how different parts of the flower lead to reproduction. Petals. These attract pollinators with color and scent, aiding pollen transfer for fertilization. Sepals protect the developing flower bud and help support the flower during blooming and reproduction.
Next up we have the stamen. This produces pollen, which contains male gametes, facilitating fertilization when transferred to the pistil. The pistil contains the ovary, where ovules are fertilized, leading to seed and fruit development. Finally, pollination. This transfers pollen from male to female parts, enabling fertilization and seed reproduction in plants.
Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found this video helpful and you learned a thing or two.